You have the home field advantage with Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks and sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle lead an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists working with athletes of every level to prevent injuries, enhance sports performance, or heal through surgery and rehabilitation. Let Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic get you back in the game and keep you in the game.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see dominos.com/rewards or call Domino's.
Hello and welcome to Week 8 of Friday Night Football here on Salina Media Connection. Here on a Thursday night, not a Friday night. We'll also have a doubleheader for you tomorrow, but tonight the Salina South Cougars, who are currently 0-7, looking for their first victory of the year, going against the 3-4 Newton. Here with my pal and friend Charles Ross. Charles, how you doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. And I think it's a great day for football. What are you thinking?
It's beautiful tonight. We had kind of a chilly night last week. Last week in Brookville, but kind of back here in our natural element, let's say, here at Salina Stadium.
That is so true.
We enjoyed a little diversion or maybe around 2A football, but we are back now up to 5A.
That 2A game was a pretty good game, though, too.
That was pretty good. Definitely, I think, helped that it was a rivalry game kind of between El Salina and Sacred Heart. And for the coin toss, we have a couple of honorary captains out there on the field. What's your call? The call. The state logo. The state logo, the tail, you on the toss. Football. And Newton has won the toss. They will defer to the second half. Salina South will receive the ball first.
So they will get to actually see what they can actually do offensive if they can march the ball down the field like the last time we saw them.
Yeah, and I think even just looking a little bit south just kind of looks a little more excited. Of course, sometimes that can be a little misleading depending on some weeks, but basically this is, I mean, we can pretty much definitively say Salina South's last home game, even going into the playoffs with even a 1-7 record. Most likely, even if they make it all the way to state, they'll be on the road the entire way. So the last chance for the seniors and fans to enjoy Salina Stadium.
And what time better to get a big win heading into the playoffs that could start that fire and continue to roll.
Again, doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. You always want to be playing your best football.
That's right.
At the very end. And for Salina South, kind of expect to probably have a lot of the same things we've seen this year. Probably a lot of shotgun snaps, runs to Kyle Quill, maybe some quarterback runs with the quarterback Taryn Galloway. Demarius Peterson will start off the festivities here on a Thursday night.
It's a deep kick.
Kick goes over the head.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That's Brant Cox, who we've seen a little bit here and there this year. Number 26, the freshman. We'll see if he gets the start over Kyle Quill, especially that game versus Central. I think we saw Cox pretty early, I would say. Usually we don't see him until late, but just kind of looking at the formation right now, I do see, number 4, Kyle Quill out there.
They're in a shotgun formation. What are they going to do with it?
Kyle Quill looks pretty wide there next to Galloway. Low snap, but up and gets it. And just like that, one play, Salina South has got a first down, about a 16-yard gain. Let's see where they officially mark it. It's going to be about a 14-yard gain, it looks like.
And that's the way you want to start the game, is by moving the ball down the field. And that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Let's see where they can go to this next time. They're going to hand off Quill, kind of moving between some blockers. Still able to pick up about 4 yards.
A lot of dancing going on there.
There was a lot of dancing there. And I don't know about you, but dancing only gets you so far.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't want to say I know that from personal experience, but...
Well, I can tell you I do.
Yeah. Going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars from their third play. This is going to be a handoff Cox. He's in the game taking his first carry.
Maybe he got a yard.
Yeah, looks like he got a yard. Pretty good job by Newton, kind of just basic clogging up the box. And Cox back on the sideline. Cougars on 3rd down and 5, going to stick 2 receivers each side.
He's back.
He's going to go back. He's looking to his right. That's going to be spotted up in the air. A good job by the defensive line getting their hands up, be able to knock down that 3rd down attempt.
And that's definitely not, I mean, they had a good start at the beginning of the game, but, I mean, it just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
That's not how you want to start a game.
That brings up 4th down for the Cougars in formation number 3, Cameron Zizikov.
punt's going to be away, kind of going to die and take maybe a half-yard bounce back towards Newton's way. Salina South did get one first down just on the first play, but after that, didn't really go anywhere. And we'll see if the defense can come up with a stop here. Newton going to be starting with better field position than Salina South started with. They're going to be starting the drive on their own 34. Yeah, I think we might have an issue maybe with the referee's microphone.
Now let's see what this defense for the Salina South Cougars can do. Can they hold them, or will they let the Newton Railers just move the ball up the field? Looks like they're ready to go, though.
Yeah.
It's the referee timeout. Is that
I think they were still working on the referee, the white hat. I think he must got something that was having trouble getting set up, but I think they must have gotten it now. First down on their own 34. Kind of lining up. Gonna fake the handoff.
Oh, and it's intercepted!
Gonna be picked off!
It's intercepted!
Off the hands of number 5, Demarius Peterson, the gentleman who is their kicker.
Key turnover. Now what can you do with the turnover?
That, to me, really looked like a volleyball set to me. He got both hands on it and just kind of like pushed it forward up in the air. And a great job by the Cougars.
What are you going to do once you have that turnover? You've got to march the ball down the field.
Do you go for
and get some points?
Do you go for your home run kind of ball? Nope, they're going to hand off Quill. He kind of had an open hole there, but got tripped up before he could get all the way through. Still pick up a 5 yards.
And that's what you want to do. Anytime you get 4 yards, you're good. It only takes 3 times, to get a first down.
Yep.
If you go the theory of the 3 yards and you're good, it's 4 downs.
Caleb Copeland in the game now for the Cougars.
Shotgun formation.
They're going to hand off Quill again.
He's breaking some, and he's got a first down.
That's some good
with yards
cuts.
to spare.
Good cuts in there. Picks up about 10.
And he was a dancing there, too.
He was dancing. It seemed like he had a little more. He knew where he was going that time, it seemed like, compared to the last time.
Instead of going lateral, he was going forward.
Yep.
They're moving the ball down after that turnover. That's a good thing. Shotgun formation again.
And they're going to run option, but Galloway's just going to keep it. And something we haven't really seen that I've kind of just noticed from the beginning, I think it's almost like pretty evident when you can see just how Galloway and Quill are lined up. You have times when they run that shotgun like that one where Quill is a good ways away from Galloway that, like, I don't think that looks like he's going to go hand that off.
No.
That clearly looks like he's going to go run out or go block. And see, I feel like that's a pretty, see now he's coming a little bit closer switching sides. You see he's closer, but his originally lining up was really far away.
Pass.
Gonna look left side, got one-on-one.
He's got him.
He not only got him, does he have a touchdown?
And it is. It's a Cougar touchdown.
Ty Garrett.
Oh, we got a flag.
You'll have a flag. And it looks like gonna be, what is that, an ineligible man downfield.
Wow.
And that erases the momentum push that you need.
Wow. I didn't see that flag came out. It was it late flag? Well, I guess.
Yeah, it was a little about a yard or two past the line of scrimmage. Somebody must have been going downfield too early. We'll see if they go back to that. If they can get Ty Garrett one-on-one. But no, they're actually run him out of a sweep. He's going to get some of the penalty yards back. Newton ball is out, I guess. Newton's saying they have it. And they're going to rule that he's down.
Oh. Boy, without a break for the Cougars.
Yeah, a lot of the Newton players thought they had it.
Boy, you pull a touchdown off the board, and now you got it, what, 3rd down and 6 or 7?
Yeah. This is 4-down territory. They're going to run 3 receivers right side. They're going to look that way. Galloway is. He's going to throw down the
got him,
field.
Man. He caught
I
it.
think he's got it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Cougars. Touchdown, Cougars.
David Ollenberger somehow almost tipping that to himself. The ball looked like it was going to be overthrown, but able to go up there and stop it and then kind of reconnect and come down with it. Extra point, a little bit of a low snap, but able to get the hold up and good.
It's good. So they did work out that turnover into 7 points. And that's what you've got to do.
And I think what's even more impressive to a little bit on that is that they overcame the penalty. You know, they didn't have that penalty and then it just kind of completely destroyed that drive. But
yeah,
they were able to come out, get some yards to gain some of that back and then go for it on 3rd down. And you're kind of looking for maybe a 1st down yardage, but no, they're just going to take the whole thing. And we're at 7-0 Cougars. 7:38 still to go in this opening quarter.
Does this kind of look familiar, though?
I feel like I've seen this story a few times.
Yeah.
And we don't want to say that the story usually doesn't work out for the Cougars.
Hopefully this time they will.
Well, I mean, right now you see that they've got their foot on the pedal. It's just that now after their foot is the foot off right now, the pedal.
Yeah.
And they're going to squib kick that, and that's
not good.
Really what you want, but it almost looked like a design kind of thing. I mean, I can't say one way or another, but
you don't, that's the key thing. You don't want it to go out of bounds.
And now Newton's going to start their second drive on the 35. Had their first drive on the 34, turned it over after one play. And they're going to line up 3 receivers left side, with that tight end on the right. Going to be back to pass over the middle, not much going there. Pass thrown off balance by Colton Davis. Looks like he kind of had multiple receivers there in the middle of the field, not really sure which one he was throwing to.
Not at all.
And they're going to line up same formation. Going to send man in motion. They're going to try and run an option out of that. Makes a good cut and a little bit of a leap over his own man. And he's got about a pickup of 6. And that brings up 3rd down and 4.
Big 3rd down for him right now, early in the game.
They're going to send man in motion kind of out to around the slot area. And quarterback Davis going to pull it. Going to get, looks like just a yard. Definitely going to be about 3 yards short
of
the first. Looked like he might have been able, he kind of dove for maybe an extra yard.
They're keeping the offense in?
Looks like it. They just got the signal from the sideline. They're going to try and line this up. We'll see if they try and do a hard count, get the South defense to jump offside. Saw the defensive end do a little bit of a move. Just twitched just ever so slightly. 5 on the play clock. And they're going to run that same play. Davis going to cut it up.
He has it. He has the first down.
Looked like pretty much identically the same play they just ran, but ran it to the opposite side. And big 4th down conversion there.
Wow, that was a big 4th down conversion.
Raylor still not across midfield yet. They're going to send man in motion to make it trips on the left. They also have that tight end over there, too.
The pass.
Mitchell rolling around. 2 Cougars miss. Davis running back left. Gonna throw it across his body. And if that ball doesn't get tipped, I think Owen Boulier might come down with an interception.
Boy, that quarterback did some scrambling.
Yeah, he had plenty of time. Even felt like even plenty of time to set his feet where he didn't necessarily have to go across his body.
Especially when he went across there and kind of hesitated.
And that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Pass.
And they're going to do kind of a screen there. He gets the edge outside. Able to pick up about 7. Maybe 6 or 7. Let's see if they officially mark him. I think they're going to give him about 7.
Yeah. Now, if this is another third, are we still, well, we're in 2-down territory. That's been proven.
Yeah. It was a good job on that last play for the outside Newton receiver, able to kind of get that corner and kind of turn his hips, push him inside, allowed his guy to get the edge. Makes your 3rd down a little bit more manageable. And the quarterback again going to keep it. Another
corner.
Good seal. Number 57 for Newton did a really good job on the end. Again, just sealing some of the South defenders inside. Allowed Davis to just get to the sideline.
And just enough for a 1st down. That's the key thing.
So far, Newton looking pretty good offensively for fundamentals, I'd say. And they might look after the swing pass. Stepped up in the pocket. And tackles made there on Demarius Peterson, the one the
tight end
interception allowed to happen. That's another 1st down yardage for the Railers. Now have the ball on the 31. Two receivers, count the tight end on the left. And it's going to be a little bit of a draw, but then give off. Good job by the South defense, able to read that. Maybe lost a couple inches, maybe, and they're going to try something weird here.
Wow.
Going to bring out receivers on each end. Salina South looks like they're kind of prepared for a little bit of this, not calling a timeout. They're going to run a little bit of a, I don't know what I call that. A little bit of a I don't know.
Wow.
It looked like they had 4 players left side, 5 to the right, then had your center and quarterback.
Yeah.
They decided throwing it right. Kind of looked like you might have gotten a little bit of a hold out there. It kind of looked like a tackle of a defender, but South did a good job stopping it.
3rd down. This is a big 3rd down.
3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 or so. Oof. Getting close to another interception. A.J. Johnson there might have gotten a hand on it. And that brings up 4th down and 9. Well, we'll see if the wacky side of the playbook maybe comes out again.
Wow, that was I hadn't seen him move.
And I think a lot of that
set up like that.
A lot of that showed preparedness that South wasn't going to take a timeout. Obviously, they must have ran that before. South saw that on film, knew how to defend it. 4th down play.
And he's hit.
Cox hit as he throws. And a good defensive play by Colby Bollier, able to get his hand in there, break that up. Timed it well, got the left hand swatted in there. And that's the kind of stop you need.
That's exactly how you need it. It couldn't have been scripted any better. Except for an interception.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a fumble.
The Hollywood Riders are still working on it.
There you go.
Salina South going to now take over on their 3rd drive of the game.
Back to pass. He
Galloway steps up in the pocket, flushes right. And as his receiver out of bounds about the 40-yard line. That's a good job by Drew Baer, just kind of staying with the play, following his quarterback. Able to get free. Here's some good job O-lines coming from the Cougar fans, and I kind of have to agree. They've been doing pretty good at protection so far. And they're going to swing it out. Ty Garrett able to get past 1,
break
2.
The couple.
Takes 2 railers to take him down over into Newton territory under the 45. Things to be excited about so far.
Yeah. And they're moving the ball down the field. That's a good sign for the Cougars. Shotgun formation again.
And they're going to hand off. There's going to be Cox that time.
Whoa.
We got a little strung
right
out
there.
and a little bent backwards. Going to lose a yard on
And
that.
he lost some. That was a good defensive play, I would say, that time.
And I don't know, might be just kind of the difference in speed, but it seemed it took Cox a little bit longer to kind of hit that hole than it took Quill. Of course, Cox being a little bit bigger body than Quill. Cox going to be now blocking. Cox ran into his quarterback trying to go across him to block number 22 for Newton, and in the process hit his own quarterback.
Well, they were coming from that far end too hard.
Yeah.
I don't think they were coming unblocked. So the Cougars are going to have to get that defensive end blocked, it looks as though.
That was Jamison Jones on the play there. Coming again, unblocked. But able to get the ball to Ty Garrett. We're going to have to see where they mark this.
It's going to be real close.
They're already waving him for a first down. I wasn't sure if he fully got the ball to the 35, but they're saying he did. Good job by Galloway getting the ball out of his hands quick with unblocked defenders coming on both sides. Galloway going to look left, has Ty Garrett again. Almost made one man miss, but
as he ducked under,
he held on
to the jersey. The last time he escaped when he held on to the jersey.
Yeah. Must have gone to the sideline, put some, get some Gorilla Glue on them hands. South still picks up about 4 on that pass to Garrett.
The ball slowly but surely moving it down the field.
And even specifically on that last set of downs, they had a negative play, but still able to come back. And that's going to be a handoff. Looks like Cox going to get about 3 more. Third and 4. And with only 10 seconds left, that's going to be the end of a pretty exciting first quarter, actually. And our score right now, Salina South 7, Newton 0. And we'll be back right after this.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
And as we begin, or excuse me, I should say about to begin, quarter 2 of play, Salina South moving the ball down the field, was moving the ball down the south side of the field, now will be going towards the north side. And they've got a pretty big third down they're going to have to convert.
But we're in 2 down territory.
I think it could be 2 down territory again. They're going to come out with 2 tight ends. They're going to hand off Cox. Going to get a hole. Kind of holding that ball
and
out
he's
there.
kind of still.
He gets it.
He got the first down.
He gets the first down, but he's holding that ball. He had that ball in his left hand going towards the defender. Kind of was carrying it a little loosely. I was kind of concerned there. Didn't necessarily switch hands with the ball until very late. Nevertheless, that gets a Salina South first down. They're going to come back out again with 2 tight ends. Elway going to pass from this. Gets one-on-one with Ty Garrett. And a good job and good coverage there by the Railers.
Coverage.
Specifically, kind of when you're...
He's gimping. He's limping.
Oh, he is. Maybe came down
that
a little
would
wrong.
Be good for the Salina South Cougars.
Coach Sam Sellers kind of looking at the official with his hands to his side, maybe looking for a call, not getting one. And then the big play receiver for the Cougars is going to have to take a seat on the bench for maybe a few plays. 2nd and 10, going to hand it off. Cox up the middle to the 10, cuts it back right. And Cougars.
Salina South Cougars. He took that to the house.
Cougars strike again. Good vision, good blocks, and a good run there by number 26, getting the ball in the end zone. Extra point is up. We'll have to see. That is going to be good. And we got a 14-0 Salina South lead in the second quarter. So far, answered our question from a little bit ago, foot still on the gas.
It is.
We'll see if it continues to be.
You got to feel excited for those guys right now with a lead like that.
Again, we haven't seen Newton at all this year, but Salina South not really looking like an 0-7 football team right now. Newton coming in 3-4. Not necessarily the greatest record, but not necessarily the worst either.
And they were looking to go 500 tonight.
Yeah.
Cougars are looking to win a game. Huh?
Yeah. this time we get a little more air under the ball. Going to be fielded about the 16. Gets the ball up across the 30, around the 33.
Wow, that's not much difference than when he kicked it out of bounds.
That's true, yeah.
I got it on the 35 then, a couple more yards.
Yeah.
So now we got to see what this Cougar defense is made of. Can they continue to hold the Newton Railers, or will they let them go down and score?
Newton had a pretty good drive going against the Cougars, but kind of stalled at around the 30.
They seem to have a lot of motion, and they
sweep
hand it
right.
off.
And going to be cut down,
He's got
crossing
80
the
yards.
40. 41, I'd say. Picks up about 8 on
yards.
first down. Well, that gives you room to work with something.
Yeah, second down. That opens up the playbook.
Seemed like they like going to their big tight end, Peterson. But when they've kind of gone to him, been in kind of short field out situations, we'll see if they take something down the field. They have receivers on the far and 2 on the short. They're going to kind of run that same play again. That sweep. Salina South
goes nowhere.
Much better job. Landon Bowles able to read that for a loss of about 2.
The thing is, they're going to pull that ball out and go up top. And I hope that the Salina South Cougars aren't charging like that.
Yeah, and we did see a game that South played where those kind of plays kind of bit them in the butt. Kind of going a quick step to the left like he's going to throw, but then going to pull it down. Going to be about
big fourth down.
Maybe officially going to be a few inches, about maybe 3/4 of a yard short.
The offense is still on the field. So
they're going to have Peterson right side, 3 receivers left. And they had a man off sides, but did not snap the football. And that's kind of a broken play.
And he goes nowhere.
I still think he gets it, though.
The back was gone. He was handing the ball out there.
He did, but...
Oh, they gave it to him.
He still got the first down. It was a broken play, but still ended up getting about 2 yards.
To make something out of it, though, that's good. That's a good quarterback.
Yeah. Salina South fans
thought they stopped him.
Reacted pretty heavily, but they marked him about a good yard past the sticks. Yeah, it's going to be another new set of downs for the Railers. Going to swing it out left for a little bit of a screen. Not much going there.
Boy, you got a few of them out there limping. Who's that? Kyle Quill that's limping out there right now?
Yeah, it is. And maybe that's kind of maybe what led to Brant Cox being the running back out there, but still keeping Quill on defense. And another kind of look right, going back left. Good job by your quarterback, lowering his head and lowering the shoulder pads. About 3rd and 2.
So the quarterback is how they're getting the ball down. Seems to be getting it down the field for him.
Really haven't had much in the passing game, but haven't attempted too many passes. They're going to do a left sweep, short side of the field. Initial contact looked like they had stopped, but they're going to give him the first down. Forward progress gets him there. Kind of scored it out at the end there for a few extra, but they're going to say progress is stopped. And another first down for Newton. He's going to be looking right. Going to take a shot down the field. And I think that's a good no call. I was kind of looking for see if they were going to throw a flag, but good defensive coverage and just kind of some incidental contact, and just kind of the receiver just kind of fell down. Kind of just holding my breath after that, looking at the sideline official and the deep officials, like just waiting for it, but good no call there.
It's in demand in motion. He rolls out.
Run option again.
And he's
and
in.
Another
And he's not.
Good string out.
They got him. Looked like he broke a tackle there, and looked like he may have got a few more, and they stood him up.
Isaac Mitchell was the initial contact, but able to slow him down just enough for the rest of the Cougars to show up. I think that was pretty good, just not assuming that the tackle is going to be made.
Right.
Still flying to the football. And a little bit, they had 3rd and 2, the last two series. Now with a 3rd and 12. They're going to do a little bit of a play action. Mitchell gets to Davis a little bit, maybe hurries a throw a little bit, but pass incomplete. Even if...
it looks like they're sending out the punt team.
Even if 34 for the Railers comes down with that ball he was diving for, maybe gets the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
This would be a good time with it. You're not too bad to try a fake punt.
You could see that. Kai Calvert, the lone Cougar. Kind of a skyrocket punt. This is where you kind of have to worry a little bit. Takes a Cougar bounce. Going to come back. Eventually, Kai Calvert looks like he might go make a play on it, but does not.
Got away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the kind of worrisome things where you kind of kick it in the middle of a lot of your return blockers.
Yeah.
That's where the things might happen.
What'd they call?
I think they called illegal touching on Newton. So at some point on the 23, a Newton player must have gotten a hand or a leg or a knee or something on the ball. Ball kind of thought maybe rolled a little around inside the 20, but they're going to call it down at the 23. Cougars take over, 6:14 left until halftime. Handoff Cox, getting some good blocks up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 8 on first down. And you might see a pass. Something here, but now they're going to hand off back Cox again. And this time he's going to get wrapped up. Not going to go anywhere. Some Salina South fans wanting a face mask. I didn't necessarily see one, but
I missed that one, too.
Yeah, but kind of you get one person to yell face mask, I bet you can get 3 other people to yell face mask.
Yeah. Big 3rd down.
3rd and 2, they're going to
Back
play
to pass.
action. It's a free runner at Galloway. Tries to get the corner, but I think he might officially... I think maybe just gets back to the line of scrimmage again. So 8 yards on first down, nothing on second, nothing on third. And special teams unit comes out for the Cougars. punt is away. Pretty good punt as well. That's fielded.
He caught it on the run, though.
That's dangerous right there.
That is, but he caught it on the run and continued on.
Decent punt, but even a good run up and fielding play by the Railer return men. And they're going to have the ball again in pretty good field position. Railers have had it pretty good so far.
Looks like it's almost where they left it at, ain't it?
Yeah, it was about midfield. I don't think they had crossed midfield yet.
No, they had.
4:56 left.
Now the Cougars defense will be tested. Sends a man in motion. He's looking down the
That pocket collapses very quickly.
Wow.
Davis going to be sacked. He kind of pulled that ball down, looked like he was wanting to run with it, but then kind of when he started looking where to run, it just completely collapsed.
Yeah.
Loss of 4 is going to make it 2nd and 14. Going to run out same formation again.
Oh, he pulls it.
Pull by the quarterback. And again, Colton Davis making some plays with his feet early in the game. But lately, been getting cut down. Going to be no gain there. And really right there, that's just good job by Salina South's defense, just containing. And it's a good job of not forgetting where the quarterback's at either.
True.
There's another big 3rd down. Isaac Mitchell kind of starts to create some chaos.
Flags it.
Looking for number 6.
He got that pass off, though, and then
looking for Boone Roberson, but overthrown.
Had it not been, I think he was behind that Cougar.
And this is going to bring up 4th down, and here comes
the punt unit.
The punt unit. Kind of a quick exchange of possessions here between the teams. Punt is away by Peterson. And it looks like Quill fields it pretty far back. Helmet for a South player comes off. And it looks like Cougar is going to start their next drive on the left side of the 20. And the South defense getting a little bit of applause as they come to the sideline.
Shotgun formation. Back to pass.
Gonna look
Pass
right side. Gets it
there
to Cox. And we'll see where they mark him out. Looks like they're going to mark Cox out.
Just a little bit short.
One, maybe 2, maybe about 1.5 yards short, I should say. See if they put it. Going to be about a yard short.
That's about a yard, yeah. That's a good first down play right there. So that your playbook can be opened up right now.
We'll see what they go to. Going to run out with 3 receivers left side. And they're going to hand it off Cox again. And he's going to get up the middle. I think we're going to get a horse collar. Official, no, we're going to get a fumble. I did not see the ball come out until late. Cox got tackled a little weird.
That's what the Railers needed right at this time is to get a fumble.
The official saw reaching kind of into his belt. Thought maybe he was looking for a flag to throw, but Must have thrown the beanbag instead.
Yeah.
And that's South's first turnover, and that's going to be officially one turnover for each side. And Newton's going to have another crack at it. Defense going to have to answer again. And that's going to hand off left side. Gets about a yard, hit contact, maybe able to squirt through for another.
Well, that was a key play for the Railers. That's what they needed, was a turnover.
And
now what will they do with the turnover?
Number 26 was on the turnover there for Salina South. Cox kind of talked about holding that ball pretty loosely.
He did.
And they're going to try and swing it out right side, but that's going to be officially a forward pass, incomplete. Railers now a 3rd and 8, 2:37, and all 3 timeouts left. But your timeout's not going to do too much if you can't get a first.
Down for them. Are they in 2-down territory?
I mean, I think you got to be. We've seen some punts, but definitely not usually when they've crossed their side of the field. And I think Newton's going to take out their first timeout. And I think that's a good timeout there. You got to get this play right. And if not, get a first down, but at least get maybe about 5 to make it a little bit
more
easier.
Manageable?
Yes. A word I would use to describe South so far would be consistent. But that last set of downs with the fumble kind of broke a little bit of the consistency.
Yeah, because you don't want turnovers. Turnovers is how South has 7 of those points on the board right now.
Yeah.
Now, if the Railers can return the favor and put 7 up on this turnover.
And Newton does get the ball to start the 3rd quarter when we get there. And it's going to be Davis looking back. Got to have a screen maybe. Got to have your outside receiver kind of cutting back in. Had some blocks from wide receivers, but I mean, you got a few back.
Big 4th down. Big 4th down. They've made it before. And they got caught on one. Right?
I think you might see a little bit, again, trying to get Salina South off sides, but I think Newton's probably going to call another timeout here as play clock drops to within 2. And Newton seemed to be pretty content with letting the play clock run all the way down before calling a timeout. Leaves 1:55 left.
Are they going to punt or?
You might try. I mean, they could try like a little pooch kick, I suppose. Kind of just maybe line up your quarterback and just maybe kick it down the field. But you haven't had too many good opportunities down the field. And this is going to be one of them. They only had about one other series. They were kind of maybe inside the 30 or so. They got stopped on downs.
So Mr. Cox is sitting there kind of there back there by himself. Standing back away from the other players. I guess trying to see how this is coming out.
Yeah. South fans making some noise. Gonna look left side, pocket deteriorate.
He's got a man. He's got a man.
And that's gonna be intercepted. Return down the sideline coming. And almost gets it back to where the interception was made. He said they had a man. I just think the man was wearing different colors than the one he was meant to be throwing it
He
to.
needed to throw it a little bit sooner, I'm believing.
Yeah.
Because he had a man wide open back there.
They had him pretty separated out there when he released the ball, but then the ball even just kind of hang up there for quite a while and just kind of allowed a pile of
Cougars
and derailers, yeah. South's going to take over now, 1:41, 3 timeouts. And Galloway's going to run a keeper left side. Gets a good seal block there, another one. Charlie Baird gets a pretty good block on the edge. And we're going to have a flag here. Not sure if they're going to call this on a Railer or a Cougar. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Newton. So about a 5-6 yard gain also adds to a penalty yardage, about 15 yards moving the ball up the field. And the last thing you want to do is give them free yards in a situation like this. They're going to hand off Cox. Gets some good blocks.
He's holding
still
on to the ball,
chugging, still going. And I think
he was holding on to the ball too. As he came through, I saw him had a good clamp on it.
Kind of would have liked to see some of the South players kind of push that pile, but didn't do too much. Low snap to Galloway, left side.
That's a
and
he's close. Touchdown, Cougars!
Great throw, great catch by the Cougars right there. Great hands.
Boy, that's a big turnaround.
By Ollenberger. Extra point up and appears to be good. 1:05 left before halftime. 21-0 Cougars.
So are they starting to make their way to head into the playoffs?
This certainly helps. I mean, when you kind of look at the playoff landscape, maybe a win here kind of maybe avoids the trip to Derby.
Not only that, with a
round.
win there, I think it gets the team's mental aspect that we can win. And that's always a big thing, that having the knowledge that you can win.
South did pretty well last year, first round of the playoffs. Had only 2 wins, I believe, going into the postseason, but then went at Liberal and was able to pull off an upset. And that's going to be a little pooch kick. Gets a pretty high bounce at the end. Number 11 going to cut it back left, cutting it back right. Going to be 57 seconds left. Cougars able to contain that, but some of the players on the far right ended up maybe getting a little too close, cutting inside. Was maybe able to cut it outside a little bit more, maybe add something, but able to be stopped at the 42. Was your Newton, you haven't taken too many shots down the field.
Well,
57
you've got to
seconds.
take it. You've got to take them now. You've got to take one. I'd almost do it right now. They've had a man behind them a couple of times.
They're going to take a shot over the middle of the field. Clock's going to stop momentarily to move the chains. They still do have 1 timeout. Clock now running.
It'll take them long to get that play off. Man in motion. He's back to pass.
Gonna look left side towards the
Oh.
corner, incomplete. Kind of a good dive and stretch there by Josh Edson, but going to be incomplete. That stops the clock, 34 seconds left.
I'm thinking that you got to take a shot downfield.
Yeah, I wondered if they would still, prior to that play we just saw, I wondered if they could take another shot maybe over the middle if South would give it to them. Maybe get another first down, stop the clock, and then maybe try something. Going to be a pretty good heave from here to get something down the field. Pocket, collapsing on Davis. Nowhere to go. And Newton going to call a timeout.
You got to have some time, though, to throw it down the field.
And I'm almost maybe a little bit surprised at the timeout there. You do get the ball back at half, but now you got yourself in a long third down, and if you don't come up with anything here, Salina South could take a timeout, maybe get the ball back.
If I'm the Cougars, I'm pretty happy right now. I probably would just pound it, and if we break one, we break one. If not, we go in at halftime up 21-0.
You got things going your way. Here's a third down play.
Big third down.
Defenders playing about 7 yards off the ball.
He's back to pass.
Getting pressure again.
Time.
Throws it in a good defensive play by Kai Calvert. Able to get up there and swat it away. Stops the clock, 23 seconds.
So when that's a play like that tight end has got to go. He's got to get in there to get that ball. You can't let a guy like Coward, a smaller guy like
Yeah, and I was going to say, it kind of shows the vertical of South defenders there. Newton going to go for it here on fourth.
He's rolls
pull it on
out.
a play action. Throws down the
Got
field,
the
has
man.
a man. And I think there comes a flag. Obviously, looking for it. The sideline official did not throw, but the deep
But
receiver.
they have had that man downfield open several times.
The deep official had the flag, was waiting for it to be thrown. South defender did not have he had his back turned, to the ball. Clearly was also not, maybe got there just a little bit early, but clearly not going to make a play on the ball.
And the sad thing is, this isn't the first time that they've had a man back there wide open.
Well, it almost takes it. I mean, you might as well actually just take that penalty. If you had a guy wide open there, you kind of knew you were beat.
Yeah.
It beats
might as well just grab him.
Having the ball inside the 20. They're going to look left, now back right. Taking a shot down the field again. This time intercepted
by A.J. Johnson.
And they're
Mr. A.J. intercepts that one.
They're officially going to rule that as a touchback. Curious if they were going to mark him at the one, but going to be a touchback. And the South defense gets another stand. 9 seconds left here.
Wow, after that collision to get the ball down the field.
Kind of threw the ball in double coverage. But I'm wondering if Salina South's just going to kind of line up here and get this to halftime. But I think they're going to run something out of this. 9 seconds left. Going to run 2 tight ends. Just going to run Cox up the middle.
He's holding on to that ball.
Salina South going to be content going into halftime at 21-0. We'll be back with some halftime thoughts with a pretty impressive first half by the Cougars.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's. Hello and welcome to the Salina Media Connection halftime show. Our score, the Salina South Cougars 21 over the Newton Railers, who still have 0 points on the board. Charles, this seems like a pretty good team effort so far by the Salina South Cougars.
It does, and with them putting those points up, I wonder how the second half is going to go. Are the Newton Railers going to put a lot of points up?
Yeah, so far, Salina South able to get another score with probably maybe about 2 minutes or so right before halftime. We were wondering if it was going to be 14-0. We talked about Newton going to get the ball back at halftime, but still Salina South able to punch the ball in the end zone to make it another touchdown lead. We kind of talk about the offense moving the ball down the field. We talk about the defense stopping the ball. They only had, kind of one drive inside about the 30-20 or around there. Still able to stop what they're doing. What is Newton going to be able to do to come out in the second half to score those points?
Well, Newton, I can tell you, has had a wide receiver behind the Cougar defense on several occasions. Look for the long ball to go that way.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier in the game, and I didn't get to quite see it, but then it was pretty evident right there, right before halftime. You had a receiver straight wide down the field, and the only thing that was left for a Cougar defender to do was get the flag thrown on him for 15 yards. Again, I think that pass game's got to be pretty good, you'd think, for Newton. They haven't attempted too much, but they're getting people open, so we'll just have to see what happens in the second half. Let's see if Salina South can put the foot on the pedal still, keep momentum going for them. But that has been the Salina Media Connection halftime show, and we'll be back with the second half right after this.
And we are set to begin quarter number 4 at Salina Stadium. Almost crossing 8:45 on a Thursday night. Pretty nice Thursday night in the middle of October. Railers going to take over on their own 40. Davis going to look right side, but
Rolls out.
gets
And
the
it's
ball
caught.
complete. About a 14-yard gain. Officially going to give him 15. Davis got pressure in the pocket, able to make a play, get out of there, and complete a pass. Railers now on the Salina South 45. Gonna look left side over the middle.
Wide open.
Right in between that coverage. Ball comes out.
He fumbles the ball.
I think they're gonna call that a turnover. We'll just have to see who fully gets on it. And I wasn't gonna say it first, but that was kind of my initial thought. That was my initial thought.
I think that was a close call.
Yeah. Of course, we're up in the press box, but that was my original thought. I thought he looked a little down. Going to be another first down now for the Railers. South's going to have to overcome that. Going to look left, swing it out. And South fans looking for a hold on the left side. Not going to get one. Newton picks up about 5 yards there. They're going to kind of run long option again. Going to have a flag look like thrown on the side. might have a hold on the edge on the railers. It's usually where those flags are at, and that is.
Yep, that's exactly where it is.
South fans look for a hold on the last play. Didn't get it, got one that time, and you can kind of hear some of the maybe sarcastic applause from some of the South fans. Second and 5, then backs it up to a 2nd and 12.
Back to pass.
Looking middle of the field, gonna roll out left. Throws across his body.
Whoa. I think that was one of them anybody balls.
Exactly, and we've seen that a couple other times, it seemed, where Davis throws across his body, and when you're on a roll like that, you just can't take that kind of gamble up there.
No, not with an anybody ball. That means anybody can come down with it.
And just looking kind of from an eye test, the receivers for the Railers and the Cougars defenders look pretty about the same size. There's not really a huge size difference. Gonna be third down and 12. Two guys kind of moving, no call. And gonna tuck it down, gonna try with a stiff arm. And it's going nowhere.
Whoa.
The only thing I can think of is if the quarterback did not signal a down before when they were all set.
I see two of them at the exact same time.
Yeah.
I think they were all set.
Fourth and 11. Railer offense stays on the field as we expect it would.
Set.
Big play right here.
Plan in motion.
Looking middle of the field again, getting flushed out. Hit as he throws. Complete inside the 5. Out of bounds to the 4. Railers with a huge 4th down conversion.
Wow.
And those are kind of the heartbreakers, backbreakers.
Yeah, right when you need it and you get it. The Railers have got to be happy with that play.
And it was kind of that almost up for anybody again throw, but just not really contested there by too many South defenders. First and goal now from the 4.
Man in motion.
Davis going to keep it. He's going to be in. Newton with the 4th down conversion punches the ball into the end zone. We got a 21-13 ball game, extra point pending. And I think the Railers might not have somebody that they need out there. Oh, no, they're just looking for the tee. They got 13 seconds left. They're going to have to try and hurry this up, and this could be not great. They still got 6 seconds. They can slow it down a little bit. Snap, kick. I don't think so. That sails to the right. And you can clearly see that I think the rush of needing to get that play off. But though, even with that, they ended up snapping the ball with about 6 seconds left.
That could be
on the
critical.
play clock. They could have slowed down just a tad.
That definitely could be critical because the next time they may need to go for a 2-point.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're in the 4th quarter, you're going to have to. So that basically forces them to do that. And Newton not wanting to take a timeout.
Unless they come down and score quick.
Kind of saw that last week with, was it Sacred Heart called a timeout on an extra point, but then they still ended up missing it. So was the gamble to save a timeout worth the missed extra point? But usually when you go out there, you usually forget a player perhaps that wasn't out there, but this time they forgot the piece of plastic they needed.
Now this is a critical series for the Cougars right now. They've got to show what they're made of or let the Railers win this game.
It's going to be a good kick. Fielded about the 14.
20.
Cox going to be coming across the field, dropped at about the 29. Good open field tackle there.
Kickoff return number 26, Brant Cox. Making a stop for the Wheelers. Number 15, Zach Garcia.
This is a very pivotal drive now for the Cougars. Gonna have to get the ball moving down the field. They can't afford a 3 and out right here.
No, they cannot. That's big set of downs.
Gonna be a fake to Cox. Galloway splurting through,
And
gets to the edge.
He's got the
another
footer.
block. Here comes a
flag
flag on the backside. And if that call is made where the flag appears, that hold must have not been anywhere near where the play ended up going.
The thing is, right there was no need to hold. He cut to the outside.
There was nothing there. Just completely away from the play. So an impressive run, scramble by Galloway results in a 1st and 15. Galloway's now gonna a little pump fake, look down the field to Calvert.
Oh!
And a great defensive play
That was
there.
a good defensive play.
Really just
I don't think you could have played that much better.
step for step with his receiver. When Calvert accelerated, so was number 14, and when he slowed down, he was there as well. He was really just the shadow on that play.
Second down. They need to pick up some of the yardage.
I wonder if they'd go for a run here just to get something back, but no, gonna go run with Galloway. He's got it! He gets through 2 defenders! And just a little bit more acceleration speed might have been able to take something to the house. But gonna be tackled at about the 42 of Newton. That's what Salina South needed.
And that's exactly what they needed. That had to deflate the Railers a little bit right there. They were playing good defense, and to let the South quarterback, of all people.
Yeah. Galloway making plays here.
Whoa!
And I think we might have a timeout. Salina South gets the timeout. Didn't get lined up in time before the clock was going down. Of course, not really wanting to spend one of your timeouts there in kind of a close game, but
now if the Cougars were to need a score any other time, it is now.
They're going to have to get some kind of score. Of course, with it being an 8-point game, they would have to get a 2-point conversion. Newton would have, but it's still a 1-possession game. Of course, you'd prefer a touchdown, but if you're able to at least get the ball inside the 20, you might be able to kick a field goal, at least make it a 2-possession game, but obviously you're thinking touchdown here. Salina South.
In a bad way.
Yeah, nothing on the board for points-wise here in the second half. And that's going to be a handoff. Cox going to be kind of spun around, pushed backwards. Some of the South fans want something thrown there maybe, but that's just
yeah, he's way up there though. A lot
yeah
more.
They gave him a lot of forward progress. We have 7:52 left in the game.
Again, the quarterback took off and kept this set. He set of downs.
He's going to take off again. Galloway again maneuvering through traffic.
First down.
He does that little seconds, like that scramble right there at the very end, gave him the first down. He had two Newton defenders kind of standing next to each other. That little bitty shimmy and scramble, able to get a few extra yards for the first.
Well, that last gallop that he had kept the momentum going and got him this first down to moving the ball.
Galloway really just kind of putting some of the game on his back right now. 3 seconds. Able to get the ball off. Galloway going to take it again. And I think we might have had a hold there on the end. I don't know if you saw that. But
there's no
kind of
flag,
had
though,
a lot of, no flag, but kind of gotten away with it. But injured player on the Newton side, but saw kind of some white jersey and just kind of an extended arm being grabbed on white jersey.
He doesn't want to stay out, though. It doesn't look as though.
Clock running, 13 on the play clock. Still don't have the play fully in. Now South's going to line up. 7 seconds.
Way out wide.
He's going to hand off Cox. Going to try and string this out. Gets it.
He's got
another good block.
He may be very real close to a first down if he doesn't have it right now.
Oh, I think he clearly got it.
Well, they moved the chain.
Yeah.
So.
He's going to get it down to look like the 12.
Whoa.
Big play call there. Inside the 15 for the Cougars. Going to hand off Quill. Cox lead blocker to the 5. They can still pick up another first down on the 2, it seems. South going to come out. A little late receiver lined up there. Galloway's going to keep it.
And he's in for the score.
Got to walk in. A great drive by the Cougars there. Exactly what you needed.
It's just what the doctor called for.
Extra point pending. Kick up, appears to be good. It is 28-13. Cougars over Railers. 5:56 left to go in the game. Definitely this game's not over, but gave South a little bit more of a cushion.
And to actually score when you need it, that gives you a little bit of a mental push.
Some of South's offense been kind of stifled so far in the second half. Able to break free and get it in the end zone. We'll see if Newton also still gets fired up, because I can tell you right now, it's not going to be fun losing to an 0-7 team on the last game of the year. A little bit of a shorter kick, fielded about the 16. keeps Pyle moving. Another good starting field position for the Railers.
Is that, I don't know if you call it good starting field position or is it their regular starting
It's
field?
the regular, and it's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah.
The problem is Newton sometimes not able to move the ball down the field. Done it so far effective on a few drives.
I think they're known to start there most of this game.
Yeah.
In that area.
Davis
Like the
looking right
pass, man,
side.
wide
open. Gets it to about the 39
Wow,
of Salina South.
And you cannot let them do that. They're moving the ball down the field fast.
And we've seen that play before, wide open.
Yeah.
Kind of had
Several
defenders
times.
in the flat and then defenders deep, and they're just able to put it right in there.
Back to pass.
Going to be a
again.
screen. That time seems kind of delayed. But maybe two.
Making a stop for the Cougars, number 3, Cameron Zazakoff. Gain of 2 yards on the play. Second down, 8. 37-yard line.
Clock continues to go at 5:05 left. They're going to pull
Rolling
it back
out.
right side.
Oh. That was a little high there.
Incomplete to his receiver, but and Kyle Quill comes out injured. Kind of, we saw his limping earlier in the game, but this time seems to be pretty hurt, as he kind of falls to the ground. Gonna be 3rd down and 8. See if they try something for over the middle. It's kind of seemed to be their best bet in some of their passes there. They're going to try for over the middle. Going for number 8, but overthrown. Able to still get a hand on it, though, but not really much of a chance for your guy. 4th and 8. A stop right here by the Cougars gives them a little bit more time, bleed some more clock, if not put up another score. Maybe back to pass. Davis
He's
rolling out, throws across
Throws it.
again.
And
This time
Oh, it's dropped.
incomplete, but that's a good incomplete. If he catches that
And there
as the
it went.
interception, you're like inside
Yeah.
the 10 where the drop of it,
He may have dropped it.
I
on
think he
purpose.
might have done that on purpose. Good heads-up play. Of course, you want to get kind of that stat in the paper the next day of the interception, but you just gave your team about 30 yards difference of field position. Good stop by the defense. Cougars take over now on the 37. Yeah, they're going to run Cox.
Cox.
Kind of at this point, everybody knows what's coming. And I think Newton might have called a timeout. And they did. That leaves them with 2. Newton decides to use their timeouts now, but hey, you talk about all you need is like 3 yards. He got 3 yards on that first down.
Yeah, he did. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't run the quarterback again.
Yeah.
But the old keeper, he pulls it out and takes off.
Been doing that a lot with Taryn Galloway tonight, specifically now in the second half. Kyle Quill still on the sideline, kind of in the exact same spot we saw him fall after the injury on defense. Seems to be stretching out that leg, maybe a cramp. And Galloway does keep it, gets an
Good.
opening.
And he's
Gonna be tackled about a yard short, but it looked like he was able to cut that ball up. Probably would have had the first down instead of going left. Maybe if you went forward a little more, would have had it, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Newton does not elect to call timeout. Clock runs under 4:15. I feel like when you're at that point, you just line up under center. You're on a quarterback sneak. Well, they're going to, Galloway going to keep it, excuse me.
And he has the
gets
first
yards. Picks up about 6 on that. And clock running 3:55. Newton could be using their timeouts, but it's not going to matter if they can't stop Salina South from getting first downs. They're going to go Cox this time, trying to get to the edge, and he's going to be out of bounds. And I wondered if you were Cox, just slide down at that point. You do get the gain, but you essentially just called a timeout for Newton there.
Basically, yes. It's almost like he should have just fell down.
Yeah. And really that kind of extra scramble to the sideline wasn't really getting him much else. And maybe you might be able to say that's kind of that freshman awareness perhaps. And Galloway going to keep it this time. Gets through another hole, gets hit about 3 times. And we are going to have a flag on the side here. Maybe a hold on the edge from a receiver.
Yep.
Salina South fans showing their displeasure. Infamous quotes such as, "You are horrible." Clock does continue to run, 3:10 left. 2nd down, 17. This puts South in a little bit more of a hole. We'll see if South maybe does elect to pass.
They are back to pass.
Oh, they have a 3-step drop. Gets it to Isaac Mitchell. And gets it over the 45 to the 44. And Newton calls their 2nd timeout at 2:51 left. And I think that's a pretty good call there. This is really the down. You got to make the stop.
Yeah, if they get a first down this time, I don't know if the lady has entered this.
I think this is definitely their last stand. I mean, even if they do get a first down and get a stop the next set, Newton will get the ball back, but they are down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and she's already come in the stadium. Yes.
Is that her? Is that her over there? Okay. No one texted me this news.
Yeah.
Very displeased.
Well, she may go back out of the stadium if there's a big stop.
Maybe. Newton out there ready for the play, but Salina South still getting it talked over. Pretty important play here.
Big play.
They have plenty of
both
time.
Sides.
Maybe some trickeration here. Nope, just going to go back to Galloway. Maybe gets 2. And it looks like Newton will use their final timeout at 2:43 left. I think they're going to put 3 seconds back on. Well, Newton got the stop you needed.
Well, you know South's not punting.
Yeah. I mean,
you still got to stop them from getting the first down.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to run?
Not sure. I don't mean
I
to
would
sound...
not be surprised if number 7 has the ball.
He very well could. I don't mean to question, but was that a third down play? Because they're still having it marked as 3rd and 4. I believe we saw a third there. I thought of his third. The officials are going to talk about it. I think this is 4th down.
I thought it was too.
And they are officially going to mark it 4th. I was like, man, we missed one where they called the man short, but I was like, I think this is 4th down here. Yeah, that's a low dribbler. Snap to Galloway. He's going to just have to throw it.
Oh, he's got a man, too.
He's got Baird.
God, and he had a man wide open.
He's got Charlie Baird, had him open. Just let him out of bounds with the ball.
Well, it was a bad snap. Had it not been a bad snap, we probably would.
Well, Newton called the timeout before that. I don't think that was the play they drew up. Raylor's going to take over now on the 42.
Now, this is a big stand for the Salina South Cougar defense. What can they do?
No timeouts remaining, but down 2 scores. They're going to have to score, get an onside kick, and recover.
He's rolling. Oh.
Davis able to get the ball out of his hands, throws it at the feet of a South defender. Not really any Raylor defenders in the area, but clearly out of the pocket. Not sure what they may be discussing. They're maybe looking for an illegal formation. Maybe a player on the line that shouldn't be, or vice versa. Raylor's got it 2nd and 10 now.
He's back to pass.
Got his own offensive lineman in his lap. Down the field. A couple times had number 8 for the Raylors, but not able to connect. And even on that kind of play right there, still kind of had a little bit of a step on him. Kind of a right place ball in position to make that catch. Yeah, it's going to bring up third down. 2:24 left.
Big 3rd down.
I'd say maybe just got to try and get something at least.
He rolls
Gonna
back.
be.
Oh, he's taking
off.
off.
He's got.
Oh, he might have the first down.
I kind of held my breath there. I think they're actually going to mark him 2, maybe a yard short. Maybe saying he stepped out. I think I give about 1.5 yards short. I thought it looked like he might have stepped out even a few yards before that, but.
Well, this could be the game right here.
It could be. A stop for the Cougars basically solidifies the win.
Yeah.
A first down for the Raylors keeps the hopes alive. They got a man in motion, and Davis going to keep it.
And
He's got first down and a little bit more. And yeah, you got the first down. You're going to stop the clock just momentarily, but I kind of like the play call there. Just putting the ball in the hands of your playmaker that we've seen on the ground. Clock hits exactly 2 minutes left.
You've got to go to the air.
Looking right side, got one-on-one. Got his target again. I don't know if he ever saw the ball. Kind of just quit a little bit on the route. Don't think he would have been able to get it regardless.
But Johnson seemed to be right there with him.
Yeah. Baylor's going to go 3 receivers left side. Peterson, the tight end, on the right. Going to look that side. Throw was to number 6, but was kind of so far away from him. I don't know if he even knew the ball was coming for him. It was closer to a couple South defenders than it was to the receiver.
I'm trying to tell her to hold up and don't start singing, but she's really singing right
It's really kind of hard to stop her when she gets going.
Yeah.
Another 3rd and 10 for the Railers. A little bit of a play action. They're going to wide receiver screen that, but he had running room out there.
Yeah, he had plenty of running room.
Just not able to come down with it. We have a late flag. I don't know, some of the Railer fans thinking it might be on them, but probably some exchange between some of the players. Well, obviously, if this is on Salina South, that's something you don't want to do when you give them 4th and 10.
No.
You don't want to give them a first down.
Like the
but
Cougars might get their first win tonight of the season.
I think so. Again, barring maybe what happens here, some of the Railer fans seem to believe it was on them. And that's on Salina South. Salina South fans and the players getting the South faithful on their feet, but
wow,
not before unsportsmanlike conduct gets called on them. Did not necessarily hear a number, but it was in the vicinity, maybe around number 20 or 22.
Well, you thought it was going to be against the Railers the way he was running back there, but it was against the Cougars.
Well, you got brand new life if you're Newton.
Pocket
collapsed and balls loose. Picked up. He's going to scoop and score.
To the house.
1 man to beat.
1 man.
20.
And he's down.
Inside.
And he takes it to the house. Another score for the Salina South Cougars.
An exclamation point has been made on the night. Scoop and score return for 6.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
You know, if you're some of the South coaches, you might just be saying, just get down. Just get down. Well, you can't help but be excited for these players getting appears to be their first win on senior night. Kick is up and good, but we're not letting this be done yet. Maybe an offsides, perhaps. Well, they're kind of discussing it, so might be on Salina South. Yeah, that's I was actually wondering about that.
Wow.
They're going to get hurdling on Newton going over the center of the snap. You cannot do that. Or people usually do that where you take one guy, you run him in, and you kind of have another guy behind him leap over everybody. They do that a lot of times just for the protection of the players. 35-13 Cougars. That's something we haven't said all that often.
Well, right now is a fine time for them to get their first win, headed into the playoffs.
We probably won't know until tomorrow where South is going. More than likely, obviously, going to be on the road.
Probably late tomorrow.
Yeah. We will know
Saturday for sure.
Probably, yeah. We do have our other part of our doubleheader tomorrow as the Central Mustangs take on the Hayes Indians.
That ought to be a good game.
Hayes is a team we don't see too much of, and I don't know off the top of my head if South even played Hayes this year.
No, I don't think that.
I don't think they did. If they did, they obviously would have been on the road, but. Number 3 for the Cougars is going to be kicking off on the opposite 45. And the field goal attempt goes off. I think it went off the front crossbar.
Oh, did it?
I don't think he made it.
Oh.
I don't know if he got it across, but I don't know, what is that in Canadian football? Is if you kick it through on the kickoff, it's a point or something like that? Not sure. But you know when he's given the opportunity like that, he's going to want to try and kick that over. But we'll see if Newton just kind of comes out here and runs a few plays to get out of here, or let's see if they just try and dial something up. Yeah, I'd say some of the reserves coming in have some pretty small linemen out there, but Davis going to be still at quarterback. Going to look left side. Drop pass, look like number 6. And we've seen those players, 6 and 8 specifically, sometimes been in positions to make plays, but some of the throws haven't been on the money. But when they have been on the money, the receivers have been dropping them.
Yeah. Earlier in the game, though, they were catching some of them.
They were.
Across the middle.
Yep.
Second down, 10, 20-yard line.
And they're going to try and go.
Oh, almost picked off.
Quill almost gets another one. And maybe with his speed, been able to
out there.
might been able to return another one. He might have been able to
caught a cramp or something. Earlier.
Yeah, could have gotten to the end zone if he was able to come down with that. But we got 3rd and 10, still 1:18 left. Obviously, Newton probably going to come down with a loss, but still going to remind you that, hey, we're still here. We're going to keep playing. A little sweep to number 6, strung out by the Cougars.
He goes down.
And you can see definitely a lot of the starters still out there for South. You might be thinking with a 22-point game, maybe why are they out there with 1 minute left? But when you're 0-7, you can't assume anything.
No, that is very true.
4th and 12, clock rolling at 53. Obviously going to be passing, looking right side, and another overthrown ball by a good 4 yards, I'd say. Cougar is going to take over on downs. 32 seconds left, and looks like we were probably just going to get Salina South's first victory formation of the year. Well, I'd say if you're going to win one game all year that isn't your rivalry game, you probably want to say it's the last one, home game, last night on senior night.
Definitely when the way they've got the playoff system set up, you want to go in with a win.
Yeah. And it just kind of gives you a little bit more breathing room so you don't take on the top seed. Granted, if there's another 1-7 team out there, that's going to be it. Last 20 seconds, tick off the clock. Sam Sellers, one of the first to midfield. And Salina South gets to their first victory. The final score, 35-13 over the Newton Railers. We'll be back with some post-game thoughts after this.
Welcome to the RE/MAX MVP Player of the Week. This week it is Mr. Galloway, the quarterback. Looks like you had a good game tonight.
Yeah, everything went really well. We struggled at the beginning of the second half, but we kept pushing, and everyone did their job, and it ended up the way we wanted it to.
How did it feel to get that first win?
You know, our senior group of guys, all leaders to us, and all we wanted the whole season was just to succeed for them, and to get that win for our senior guys means the world. That's all we wanted.
And I saw on a critical third down, I saw you I don't know that dance you do to get away when you're cutting through the line, but I saw you break for a pretty long run.
Yeah, line blocked that perfectly, and just had to wait for it to develop, and it did it just like we drew it up. So it was a good play.
So we just like to thank you for being this week's MVP Player of the Week.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome back to the Salina Media Connection post-game show here with the victorious coach, Sam Sellers. South picking up their first win tonight on senior night. How exciting is that for your players, your team that picked up their first win tonight?
Well, it's not exciting that it's our first win, but these kids deserve it so much, and I hate saying that because every kid that plays this sport and puts in a lot of work, I mean, you can't say that your kids deserve it more than anybody else, but this is a group that is, to be honest with you, one of the favorite that I've ever coached, and obviously we haven't got the wins that we've wanted, but it's a great group of kids. They're really, really tight, freshmen through seniors, and to get a win on senior night with the season that we've had is I couldn't be happier for those guys.
I'd say the biggest kind of turning point to me, I would say even in the game, was when Newton got to win 21-13. Newton kind of started having the momentum, started going, but your guys came out, had a long drive down the field, punched it into the end zone. What was different about tonight that your guys were able to kind of get over the hump and get a victory?
Yeah, I mean, that's, our deal all year long has been, we've had multiple games where, it's a 7-point game in the third quarter, and that drive is probably what we played really well in the first half, but that drive right there after, like you said, they cut the lead, it's 21-0, and all of a sudden now it's, 21-13, and offensively we struggled all year. There's no secret about that, and for us to drive and, ties out, and we've got our third string left guard in, and it's kind of duct tape and bell wire and just trying to make something happen, and our kids came out and put that drive together, and it was pretty awesome.
You guys finished the regular season at 1-7. Probably won't know till maybe late tomorrow night who you guys will be playing the first round of the playoff. How's that wait going to be? Usually you guys kind of know who you're playing the next week. You get kind of that film. You guys kind of have like a 24-hour period just kind of waiting. What's kind of the preparation, kind of even for coaches, in between that kind of waiting period?
Well, I mean, that's the nice thing about a Thursday night game is now you've got a 3-day weekend and your kids have an extra day to kind of recover but yeah, it's, as far from starting working on next week thing, we're not going to be able to do that till Saturday, and it's going to be either Wichita Northwest or Mays. If Mays can beat Derby, which is probably a tall order. Yeah. We would play Mays, but if Mays loses and Northwest wins, we'll play Wichita Northwest. And we kind of talked about it last weekend when we met, and talked about next week and who was looking like we were going to draw. And our kind of theme right now is, this is, like I said, it's such a good group of guys. It's like, let's make the most of what time we've got left together. And if it's short, it's short, and if it's long, it's long. But let's put everything into it. And they had a pretty good week of practice this week, and they came out. That first half, we played Cougar football and kind of what we thought we could be all year long, and then, like I said, having kind of the intestinal fortitude there when they cut the lead down to one score to stretch it back out is just really proud of them.
And that has been head coach of the Salina South Cougars, Sam Sellers. Please join us tomorrow night. We have our second part of our doubleheader as the Central Mustangs take on the Hayes Indians. And thank you very much for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of athletic trainers and physician assistant supports 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.